This is part 2 of my little pocket mass making production thingy here. In my last video, I have shown you how I made these pocket bases out of such a book block here. I've shown you how to distress the edges with some coffee to get this really cool look. So if you have missed that, please check out the info box. There's the link to part 1 of this video here. And yeah, in this video now I would like to show you how I decorate these pockets. As I said in the other video, of course, you could use those pockets as they are. Yeah, you could take them and put them to your junk journal pages and you would be ready to go. But I like to decorate them a little bit and make them a little bit more, matching to this paper collection that I'm using for my actual junk journal. For these pockets, I've made, or not only for the pockets, but mainly for decorating those pockets, I made some collage papers. So this is a brand new paper pack that you can get in my shop. These are 6 pages in total, and I tried to get some, collage papers here in some muted colors, but colors that would match the other papers. So let me show you that. So as you can see, this is a little bit more, I don't want to say vintage, because the other pages are vintage as well, for my opinion, but it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more muted in the colors, but it will fit to the other pages really well. You could use these to print them to the back side of those main pages from the Ocean Eyes Junk Journal Pages collection. You could use them as collage material, as I would do today, or you could also tell your printer to print those 4 on one page, so that you have some journaling cards in the end. For that plan, I would use some thicker paper so that you get a really sturdy journaling card. So let me just show you the pages of this new kit. As you can see, I've used some ledger paper in the background, so I really like this look, how these ocean animals come out on this paper. And yeah, I have to say I'm a little bit proud as well, because I found out a little trick on my computer how to make these. So I don't want to go into detail, but it was a really big thing for me to find that out. So perhaps you know I'm a self-taught digital designer, and sometimes it's not so easy for me to arrange all those things, because I have to figure out every step by myself. I know a lot in the meantime, I think, but with this paper kit I learned something really new, and I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I'm a little bit proud. So hopefully you like this. As I said, the link is down below in the description box. And to make all these pockets match each other and match the paper collection, I like to work on 3 or 4 at the same time. Probably you will see the reason in a second. So let me just try to find something that we can put here on top. So I like to tear this paper, and sometimes I hear the people say about my paper that it is really beautiful, and that they don't want to tear it, that they think, oh, the paper is beautiful as it is. Of course, I'm really happy about that, and I really appreciate this opinion. But please do with the paper what you want, and please, please, please tear that paper if you want it. So I mean, it's made for that, so that you can do what you want with it. I think I like this here a little bit better. The size is a little bit better. And of course you could also print this a little bit smaller. Probably I should have done this here, but I haven't thought about it enough before starting recording. I wanted to print that out and see how the colors go together, and I was a little bit excited, so that I didn't thought about printing that in a smaller scale. but I think it will work as well, as you will see in a second, hopefully. So first of all, I tried to get some interest to those areas that, yeah, how can I explain that? I don't want to have this book page optic everywhere. So I try to decide which parts of those pockets I want to cover up with this collage paper. And that step I'm doing first before I do anything else. And do that for all the 3 pockets here that are laying on my table. So I think for this one, I would like to take this ruler to get this a little bit more straight. Let's see if this octopus will fit here. So this way is a really, I would say, a time-saving way. And you can also see the connections between the colors and that stuff much better, I think, when you do it like this. Where's the nose of this octopus? Okay, that's a little bit too big, so let's try to first tear it here. And that's also the reason why I'm doing this in these steps. First of all, I try to find the first layer of my collage here on every of these 3 pocket things. And then I go on. And I think that perhaps if you are new to junk journaling, that totally makes sense. It helped me a lot when I found that out. And I think this is great. Yeah. Okay, so this way we have the same color base. I mean, this comes from the same collage sheet, so we have the same base on every of these pieces. And of course, you could decide now if you want to distress the edges of these scraps here as well. In this case, I think I like it is. I like this white border here that I got with the tearing. I think that fits really well to this white watercolor drops that are within this printable. But of course, you could also distress them with distress ink or the coffee again. So this thing I would like to glue as an... Ooh, what's that? Oh my goodness. What is it? Sorry. This thing I would glue like another pocket, so I will glue it only on these 3 sides so that I can later on put something in from the top as well, like so. But of course you could also glue it totally. Let's take the seahorse. Like so. And what you also can do is, if you don't glue those pieces totally to your paper, then you can, I mean on the edges, and then you can take some of this paper and fold it a little bit like so, or tear it a little bit and then fold it. Then it looks like this, a little bit strange, I know. But if you then take a little bit of distress ink, go over this like so, perhaps here as well, then I think that looks really interesting, really vintage, really old, and I think these little things make a really big difference. So yeah, you can write a comment what you think about that. So let's do it here as well, only a little bit. I think only these little edges make a really big difference. Like so, perhaps. Okay. In the next step, I would like to try to find some things that match this collage paper, but I would like to take some scraps and materials from my stash. So I have this little basket here. I think It's no, I don't think. I know it's still a really big mess. It's totally chaotic, but I will find a solution how to store those collage materials during this video series as well. Perhaps you are watching the series, excuse me please, from the very beginning, then you probably know that I said that I will find some organization solutions as well for your process while you are working on a junk journal. I mean, yeah, when you are sitting on your desk and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to store your supplies, and how to organize your supplies on your desk, then you will see some solutions in the future. One solution was this little ephemera holder here. I have a tutorial on this, how I made this thing here out of some old books. So if you have missed that, please just check out the playlist about this series here. There you can find that video tutorial as well, and I will find a solution for all those scraps as well. You will see that in a few days. Is that too much? I really don't know. Perhaps a little bit of this. What else do we have here? So let's see. We have some of this. So this is some wallpaper. They have this weird shapes here because I've used a die cut in a wrong way because I haven't known the right way how to use it. It's a little bit, yeah. Don't talk about that, Louise. I had a little bit of a problem. Don't ask. So let's use these weird shapes here and tear them a little bit so that we have some material that probably looks a little bit like sand. So as you can see, this wallpaper, it has this, yeah, sand color on the one hand and this structure, a little bit of silvery things coming through there. I think that looks great. And I'm just putting some scraps here and there so that we can make like something like a really tiny collage or that stuff. This map paper would work as well, I think. But I don't like these straight edges, so let's tear that off, probably like so. Here, this straight edge would not be the problem because it's straight here on the bottom as well. Do we have a third thing of this? Only this with the purple, but I think that matches really well with the background. And then we could probably add a tiny bit of this handmade paper in between. Yeah, I think that would work. Perhaps then later on a tiny bit of lace on top, and this will be perfect. So let's glue that down. Okay, so then I have this material, and I know a second ago I said probably some lace, but I think this would match really, really well. I think this is totally great, like so, perhaps. Of course, lace would be great as well. That's of course no problem, but I think, look at this. This matches this underwater theme, I think, really well with these little fibers. I really like that. So let's put some of this here as well. And I think on this piece we could try out some lace so that you can see the difference as well. Could perhaps, yeah, do that like so. Attach that there. So I like to cut that a little bit longer than I really need it, because I will show you in a second why. Just apply some glue here on the very edge of this first pocket. So here is the first pocket, and let's see, where's the top? I think it's like so. And then I just put this here, let this thing overlap a little bit, because now we can glue that to the back side, and that would look really great when this is not just cut there where the lace ends. And when you have it like so, then of course you can cut this. Ooh. These are the wrong scissors for this project, Louise. And then you have a nice edge of the lace, and it looks like this, and I really like that. Same here. Ooh. I made the glue in the wrong direction, like so. And I think this looks much more elegant when this goes around this corner than when you would cut, if you would cut it here. It looks, yeah, much more junky, but for this project I would like to have it like this. Okay, so now we have these three and I think these are ready. Yeah, sometimes it's so easy of course, and I want to point that out. Of course you can take these pockets here and put them directly into your junk journal, yeah, and put them to a page. That would be absolutely great if you put that here, for example. I mean, that looks great. Oh, you can't see anything, sorry. That would look totally great. But of course you can also decide later that you want to do something with them. I mean, you could see, oh, here are some red watercolor splashes. Then you could take a red watercolor and splash here a little bit so that this pattern from the background goes to your pocket as well. You can always change this later when you put it into your journal and make those finishing touches to the pocket when you have found the right place where you want to put it. So for me, this is still something like, yeah, ready, but not ready at all. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I will put these aside and take the next 3 or 4, or yeah, I don't know how much will fit into here, into the camera frame here. So let's probably take these 3 that look relatively similar. There was a viewer question if I can show something. Yeah, how is this question? The question was, sorry, if I can show something that is made out of the same base. I mean, this is the answer to the question. You can make different pockets out of the same base. The base is the book page. But these 3 pockets look really similar, and you can make totally different things out of this nearly the same base, those pockets. So I will show you that in a second. Of course, I would also like here to get some context. I mean, in between of those pockets here. But yeah, you will see in a second what I mean, hopefully. So first of all, we have to decide where to put something of this collage paper. I think here, this area looks really great with the coffee. I don't want to cover that up, but I think we can make a triangle here on this thing and cover this book page up a little bit. Where's my ruler? Oh, here. So let's just try to tear here, approximately there where the pocket is ending, like so. Yeah, and I think I like that this edge is teared and these other both edges are in their original, you know, but I think I will put it a little bit here inside so that later on you can take the things in and out a little bit more easy. And also I want to have this this thing here. They want to glue something here later, perhaps. I think that's good. Probably we can do the same thing here, but on the other side, so that these both look similar, but later on totally different. So it's the same idea, making a triangle, but let's use a different pattern here from the paper to make that look different. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Like so. Put it in here, like this. I think that looks great. And here, what shall we do here? I don't like this thing here, so I think I would like to try, I don't know if that is possible, to get this whole thing here covered up. I think this seahorse is a little bit too big, but I think I like this thing here. We can, it's a little bit too short. Okay, so let's try it like so. And I also like to use this ledger paper upside down. Sometimes I think that looks really great. So I will try that here as well. Oopsala. And you can just put your ruler and then tear the paper towards yourself like so, and then you can see this little edge here, you can see that you have to tear exactly here, and then this whole thing will fit in the end. I will leave a space in between of this paper and the thread here from the sewing. I think that looks great. So like this. And what you of course also can do is take your coffee that you have left over, take this piece that you want to glue and just put it into the coffee a little bit with the edges. If you have used some, oh, that's nice as well. Let's make some drops here. If you have used some photo paper to print this, then the ink of your printer will stay here. I mean, in the most cases, if the photo paper has a good quality, the ink will stay here. As you can see, nothing is smearing around, so this is printed on photo paper. If you use regular copy paper to print the printables, of course you can do that, but then you have to live with some ink bleeding. I think that's the right English word for that. But that can make the most amazing and most awesome effects when you do that. I mean, I can't show you that because I have photo paper here. But if you want to try that out, you will get amazing results if you do that really carefully. The coffee will go into this ink and it will bleed out. I think I have a video with a really similar technique where I made that with copy paper. Yeah, something totally different, but the technique with the normal paper. I can link you that down below so that you can check that out. But yeah, if you have normal copy paper, try that out, please. Please believe me, you will get the most amazing frames around your paper. It's a totally different look, but it's really, really cool. So yeah, I will just dry that here. Okay, so now we have this. Oopsala. As you can see, it's the same thing like here, but it looks totally different. And I think here it looks also really cool with this, with this coffee on the bottom. I think that looks really interesting. It's the same as this, but yeah, triangle is not triangle. Especially when you use coffee, then everything is different. Okay, so I will just, what shall we do now? Shall we first dry those drops? I think I would like to let these air dry because the effect will get totally different. So I think we will make some drops here and there, some more, so that this looks perhaps a little bit, oopsala, interesting. So let's just take this brush and just splatter around here a little bit, perhaps a little bit more than planned, because I want to show you that you can also do really simple things. I mean, we have the book page, we have this printable. You can also use a paper from a magazine if you don't have a printer and you have not the possibility to print out printables. Of course, you can use any other paper that you have, scrapbooking paper would work as well, anything that you have at home. And then just splatter some coffee, wait a little bit, and you will see that this will look really great in the end. And if you want to leave it like it is, please leave it. Yeah, so why am I talking such crazy things? I mean, of course, I'm happy if you watch my tutorials until the end and if you try to get, yeah, some kind of a end result that I have here, a really finished and detailed result. Yeah, that shouldn't sound bad. I just try to bring my weird English into something that makes sense to you. But this is also an answer to some questions that I got, or it's also an answer to some comments that you have left below some past videos. And I think you can be satisfied with such a result. I mean, let this dry and you are ready. You can be satisfied with this result. You don't have to create the most amazing collage with a little butterfly here and a little seahorse there and some pearls that are sewn on top of this thing, distress everything here by hand, or make some doodling around. Why? So, I mean, the most important thing is that you are satisfied with what you have created. And sometimes the things that you can be satisfied with are not such visible as for other people. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you can, sometimes you can feel this satisfaction without seeing it. And other people would say that's a book page, a little bit of a scrap and some coffee. What is this? But if you feel that this is your kind of art, then it's perfect. And then it's finished and it's totally okay. So, yeah, you know. I think that some people out there need to hear that. So I don't want to sound arrogant or that stuff. I don't want to say any bad words about anyone. You know that. I think you know that. But I think some people need to hear that. And I think there are not so many people who can speak that out and who can appreciate also the little things. So I just wanted to say that. So, yeah. That anyone on any level and, yeah, with whatever skills you have can do something that you can love and that you can tell, this is my art. And, yeah, I think if you can see that, then everything is okay. So, yeah. After this philosophical speech here, I will let this air dry and then I will be back. Okay, so this is dry now. And I think I'm totally in love with this look of these things. This, I think, fits so nicely to the backgrounds of this Ocean Eyes paper collection. Hopefully you see that the same. So yeah. But what we perhaps can do here, if we want to do some more, yeah, detailed things here. And that's also a really easy way, of course, to jazz those up a little bit more, is to take some stamps. So I have this stamp here. Oh, come off. I have never used that before, so I don't know how that will turn out, but I want to try it here. So perhaps, where can we put that? So I want to have it that it overlaps two of the pockets. So I mean, here's the one pocket, like so, and the other one is here. So perhaps we can, I am an idiot. We have to put it like so, of course, but I think that could work really well. And I think this pattern here would fit really well to these underwater florals and that stuff. Where the heck is my ink pad? Sorry, I found it. So let's try that. Bring some ink here. Then let's try to stamp that here. Like so. Yeah, okay. So that's not totally that what I wanted. Definitely not. It's it comes out not so nicely than I thought. That looks a little bit strange, I think. But perhaps we can include this stamp into some kind of a collage or that stuff. So let's see what we have here to rescue this. I don't like that. I really don't like that. So let me just grab something that we can take. Perhaps we can, and that's also a thing. Don't give up when you have things like that. Just try to play around and find a solution to make that look beautiful, and especially make it look like it is planned. So yeah, nobody will know in the end that this stamping was a fail, except the people that are watching or have watched this video. So what else do we have here? Let's see. Perhaps we can take some of this. This was one of these failed die cuts as well. But I think in this case that would make sense. Probably with nothing underneath. I first thought we could put some lace or that stuff underneath, but I think this way it's perfect. Yeah, and I think when something is in here, of course this whole thing looks totally different, but now for me this makes sense. This is, yeah, something in the background that is a little bit interesting, and when you take that out, this whole thing makes sense. Hopefully to you as well. Yeah. Okay. That's great. That's really great. So let's, is this finished? What about putting some lace here and here? Something tells me that there is a third piece of this lace missing somewhere. But I don't want to put it like so. This is way too much. That would be an option. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. Yeah, I think that's cute. Now we have this both, and I think we could use perhaps some of these little things. And I think here we could probably use some of these stamps. I have shown you those in my unboxing video of the Your Creative Studio subscription box. I think that I want to use one of these stamps here. Oopsala. Like so. Oh, I think I like that. Yeah. Probably a second one here. Yeah, I think that's great. And it needs nothing more, I think. I mean, yeah. Perhaps you think it's a little bit boring what I'm doing here, but sometimes I absolutely enjoy those really simple things, and hopefully you can enjoy that by yourself as well. So what else do we have here? Okay. This looks really great, I think. This and this looks really great. I've sewn this pocket here on top of the other. So this is the one that I've shown you in the very beginning of the other video. So this is the very simple pocket. And because of this dyeing that, yeah, looks really similar, I've put that together like so. And I have a stamp here already on my acrylic block. I think we could try to get this look a little bit more popping out, or how can I say that? Let's try to stamp that, yeah, like so, so that some of the stamp is on the coffee dyed part of the paper and the rest here on the book page thing. I mean, the other one is on the book page as well, but on the lighter part here on of the book page, you know what I mean. How can we do that? Here, I think we can stamp this like so. And then this like so. Can't see anything. I have to clean my block. Yeah, and I think 3 of those patterns are totally enough. Of course, you can also put one here, but I think, yeah, for my opinion, that would be a little bit too much. But perhaps we can put something else here on top. Perhaps this thing again. That would be cute, I think. Like so. Then this little bit empty area is a little bit broken up by this paper clip thing. And as you can see, you don't need any scraps. You can also do this whole thing just by stamping. And you can, of course, also add some color with your watercolor palette or whatever. Or you could also use, of course, some washi tape. I have some washi tapes here that I thought could fit this paper collection. So something blue. And this golden thing here I think looks really nice. But I'm just thinking if that is a little bit too white. But I think we can no. No. Let's try it like so and bring this into the pocket. Just stir it to don't waste anything, because we don't need too much. I only want a little bit of color here to this, not too much. I think I would like to leave that, even if it looks a little bit naked, but I think later on I can probably find a page where I want to put that on that's a little bit more loud in the background, and then it's good to have some of those quiet pockets as well and those quiet embellishments. We have some loud ones with much more decorating, much more collaging and that stuff, but I think this mixture is really good to have. I think that's great. Okay, so then we have some of these pockets left over. These are really naked, but I want to leave those naked to have the chance to put them into my journal later as they are, especially on those loud pages that have much in the background. And yeah, I think I have really much to play with the pockets that I have made here today. I hope you like this, and I hope you like this idea. And what I want to say again, these are for now finished. But when I put them into my journal, it can happen that they will change completely and that I will put some more things to them. Here, for example, on the top, there's not so much going on. But depending on the page where I put that, is that a loud page in the background, then this is okay. This can be as calm as it is here. Is it a calm page as well in the background, then I can put something here, or I can put a focal point, glue a little seahorse here or whatever. But I want to have as many options in the stage when I put this into my journal, and that's the reason why I do it like this. Hopefully that can help someone of you out there. Yeah, okay, so I hope you like this. I hope you will join me the next time. I will have some desk organization ideas for you in my future videos. My desk is looking like a mess there on the left side. It's totally unbelievable. It's nah. I can't handle that anymore, and I will definitely find some solutions for that probably can help you during your process making a junk journal as well. And of course you will see the next steps that I'm going to do in my Ocean Ice junk journal as well in this series. I hope you will join me the next time. Have a very creative time. See you. Bye bye.